Hello. So first off, Louie, you have to tell everybody why is there no captain? Like, how are we doing this?
Well, so it's got an autopilot, and for the most part, it's keeping us in the right direction.
This is a new autopilot. Well, actually, it's a new nav system.
New nav system, old autopilot, but they've interfaced and they talk to each other, and it's, as of right now, working.
So this may not be legal, but it is safe.
We'll go with that.
All right, Sarah's looking forward. All right, so tell all the viewers a little bit about how you became a captain of this vessel, when you got it, and what that's been like.
So bought it in September of last year. Had owned some smaller boats, center console, 37-foot last. We had been on it for about a year and a half, enjoying the ocean, but realizing in a small cabin it's more like camping when you spend 2 or 3 nights. And had an opportunity by selling a business and selling that boat to look to see if something more comfortable. And I always like catamarans because of the width. You get a lot of space, but also you get a lot of stability, and stays fairly flat. And
so by catamaran, it's got 2 holes versus 1.
Correct.
And a big open center section. And you can't tell it right smooth because we're dead into some, I think, eastern blowing straight in wind right now.
Yeah, we're heading straight into 3 4-footers, I'd say.
Yeah, which is the worst way we can get into the waves.
Makes it pound a little bit.
But we're going direct because you're efficient. So we're eating them right up the nose. So tell us a little bit about Blue Jeans and what she is.
Yeah, so it's built in 2004. It was a custom build. The designer, his name is Ted Hood, a fairly well-known sailboat guy. Passed away recently, an older guy. This was one of the boats he designed near the end of his career. There was a sister ship made as well, same time. This was the first. Number 2 was built second. Owned by, I think, 4 different people over the years. I bought it from a guy that the owner was in Italy. He had a captain, full-time captain, and wife that stayed on it for 5 years while he owned it. So he'd fly over. The captain would have it normally in the Bahamas, and he'd play on it for a few weeks. The captain took pretty good care of it. COVID happened. The Italy guy had a hard time getting over here to play with it, and decided time to pass it on to somebody else.
Good for you, because it's exactly what y'all wanted.
And it turned out to be. Of course, you get into something like this, and there's more to it than you realize. Of course,
even than we thought we would realize.
Every time you think you've got it all figured out. This morning we start our trip, and then heard a pretty loud crash, and I assume you'll see some tidbits from that.
Yeah.
But we didn't want the 50 to fall off. That battery's wide. Okay, so we're going to have to just look around the frame with this. Ready? Okay. I'm thinking we just lean out. Yep, go ahead. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I guess I'll go to him.
There's red thing, coolers.
But good news is everything's fairly safe.
Quite the ordeal as usual.
Nothing easy.
So Ashley, this is your second crossing from, let's just say, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm area to the Bahamas, correct?
Yes.
And this is the 3rd boat you've done it on.
Yeah.
True story.
Yeah.
So this is quite the upgrade from Nuts and Bolts.
A little bit more comfortable. Today is just a lot better weather. The last time we did it was 8-footers.
And a 37-foot center console.
Yeah.
Doing 6 miles an hour the whole way. And
So-
the boat would do 60.
Sarah has a story similar to that, right, Sarah? It was horrible, except for we did it starting at 9 o'clock at night and 5 in the morning. Panama City to Gulf Shores. Yeah, that was.
You start to learn respect very quickly.
There's nobody out there. Couldn't see land. It was bad.
It moves you around.
So this has been as eventful as some of the other trips. Ashley may not have known it at first, but the other trips weren't exactly smooth either. So in retrospect, this is the smoothest trip so far.
Yes, I would think that.
Which is
Even with the little shenanigans.
and the props and everything else.
Yeah.
It's
Now the maintenance side of it, honestly, and Joe was a huge help. Unbelievable. Wouldn't have done it without him. But we ended up getting ourselves into a little bit of a a pickle in terms of timing. We were about to be stuck on dirt for 4 extra days, and we didn't have 4 extra days to have. So we made it work.
We had a lot of good fortune on that.
Yeah.
I had some good help.
Literally.
That's how we do it. We always beat our mark. We work better under pressure.
I guess.
With a big hammer.
It works. There was a minute I saw no path forward, but it worked.
I told you don't stress. I just have some bad news. We'll throw that clip in.
And now I got to go to the machine shop.
So we're halfway across. So there's no land in sight. We're about 40-ish miles across.
Yeah, actually, I think we're 40-ish. I'd say we got 36 to go before we get.
So yeah, we've done almost exactly 40 miles, really.
Yeah.
Just a hair over 40. And where are we aiming for? What part of the Bahamas?
We're hitting Freeport, which is the capital of the Bahamas. It used to be, I think, a lot of activity in Freeport. I think it come down a lot. So this is mainly just to get us into Bahamas. We're going to fly home, go back in a couple weeks, and move it to the real destination, which is Spanish Wells.
That's going to be the play trip. So we've done all the hard work. That's going to be the one to get to relax.
And then it stays there for hopefully 6 months. So we fly across, once a month and play for about a week.
Hey, Thomas, the generator, it's on. It's actually not on, but
yeah, we have an inverter now, so we've upgraded everything. So
we don't even have to have the generator.
No, we got power and we have no generator. So
and the weather's nice. We have these vents on top opened up, which gives a lot of breeze to the cabin.
Yeah,
side windows. So it's actually not stuffy at all. I mean, it's just
a lot of air moving.
A lot of air moving. It's hot air, but a lot of breezy air moving.
We're doing almost 11 miles an hour right now.
So you've equipped the boat with some new stuff lately. And one of the great things for me, but the least of the upgrades, is some hookah snorkel equipment.
Yes, sir. So we got a full scuba set, including a compressor that we can fill scuba tanks with.
Yep.
But then also this hookah system that's 2 people. You hook it to a battery, and it's just breathable air with a 100-foot line and 2 of them.
So off the dinghy, off the boat. Well, if the dinghy runs.
12-volt, yeah. Maybe paddle.
Maybe
off the kayak.
Thank God we had the kayak. That's a new addition.
Yeah, the kayak came in handy.
I kind of jumped off the boat without really thinking about.
He didn't have anything. Yeah.
Well, I never think far ahead.
Yeah. He's got his hands and his feet.
Which works. I can tread water.
Yeah.
So when we get to Freeport, we might do some lobstering. Is that kind of maybe?
Yeah. So Joe's found us some toys that go grab things and coat things, and so hopefully we go get us some dinner. And
our fishing permit is included in our sailing, boating kind of permit. Is that correct?
That's correct. Which also requires a COVID vaccine or a COVID test.
Which we have.
Which
we have.
In a sense,
we have.
In a sense.
We have.
Yeah. I've done it.
So
don't have results.
The results are supposed to come back in 2 hours, and as of this morning,
24-hour mark right now.
And no results. But we don't have service, so we can't.
Yeah, so we'll find out when we get across if I have results.
All right, so we're going to show them some of your fabrication work on your snorkel tanks, walk through the boat, look at some systems. Anything else you want to say about your adventures, Ashley, your amazing first mate and boating adventurous
attitudes?
Oh, yeah. It's my favorite place to be, even with all the chaos.
And you get to work from the boat some, right?
I do.
So you normally work from home?
Yeah, since COVID we've been remote, and so I get to come and do my conference calls here.
The last trip you were gone all day, I thought it was going to be like a little chamois, work from home. It was like she was gone.
Yeah,
didn't even eat.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
She works more on the boat than she does home.
So this trip's vacation for you because you don't have to work.
Yes. They won't let us work in the Bahamas. So there's a hard cyber security wall there.
Got it. And Louie, you cannot work from the boat. I mean, a couple phone calls.
Yeah, it's
but
phone calls.
And we don't have phones now, so you're like me.
Yeah.
You're just hoping it works.
Yeah. I'll make some phone calls when we get over there.
Okay.
Should be fine. The guys normally can handle everything.
Well, thank you for letting us tag along. We've done lots of boating trips together. We've done nuts and bolts in Daytona, which was an adventure. You've done nuts and bolts to the Bahamas, Intrepid to Bahamas, Intrepid to the Tortugas.
We did, was that Orange Beach?
No.
We were at Panama City.
Panama City.
Oh, yeah, we did some dolphin looking.
Yeah, we did some dolphin watching in Panama City.
Yeah.
We've done lots of Chattanooga River runs over the years. That's how we met. We met on boats in the lock. That's a whole nother story. And let's see, what else have we done? We've done...
We got married on this boat?
Oh, yeah, y'all got married, right?
Joe was actually the boat driver while we were...
Not captain status. You hear that? The driver. I was the driver while the captain was distracted.
Yeah, second mate captain.
He never gives up that captain title. Everybody that travels with Louie knows there is only one chair here. That is Louie's chair.
sit there.
I sat in it earlier.
Yeah.
It's on video.
It's all good. I don't mind.
Sarah, what do you think about all this? It's been an adventure, hasn't it? It's beautiful. Boat's relaxing. 4 big staterooms. Well, 2 staterooms, 2 bunk rooms.
Yeah. There's two of them have kings, 2 of them have twins. 2 twins in each one.
4 baths and a half bath.
Yeah, 4 full baths, 1 half bath.
Pretty good kitchen.
Yeah.
Big fridge.
Yeah. Holds a lot of beer if you want it to.
Holds a lot of beer. We have a secondary beer fridge
Yeah.
hiding out there. So
24 volt.
24 volt. All right, guys. So that's 10 minutes of us talking about the boat. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll break this up. And thanks for watching as usual. And comment your questions and what you liked about the trip below. Let these guys know what they're doing right. And then give Louie some rigging advice for his dinghy. Because he's about to have to re-rig the dinghy.
This isn't happening again.
It's already in his head. I can see the sketchbook doing its engineering thing.
Just got to bring something to the Bahamas next time. So I got to bring the right stuff.
All right, stay tuned, guys. Smash that like button.